hope this message finds you well. Major crime in Los Angeles has fallen to levels we haven't seen in more than 4 decades. That was when our population was over 30% less than it is today. For the first time since the late 1960s, LA ended the year with fewer than 300 murders. An enormous drop from the early 90s when we had more than 1,000. Other violent crimes and major property crimes were also significantly reduced. Most importantly, though, there were 8,046 fewer victims of crime in the city of Los Angeles last year. That's real progress, and it's due in very large part to the hard work and smart policing done by you, the men and women of the LAPD. Coming in the face of the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression, the fact that LA now has one of the lowest homicide rates among major U.S. cities is truly impressive. But we can't rest on our laurels or ever forget the terrible toll crime continues to inflict on the victims of homicide and other major incidents. For them, and for all the people of Los Angeles, there is still much more progress to be made. We will not be satisfied until everyone, no matter who they are or where they live, is safe and secure. Conventional wisdom holds that crime increases through tough economic times, as some people turn to crime as their last resort. Your hard work and dedication to community policing have helped prevent this from becoming our reality. While we could not have reduced Part 1 crime without the help of our partners in the community, you have been the driving force behind our success. Without you, there would be no major crime decline, something you should be very proud of. Public safety is the cornerstone of civilized society. If LA isn't safe, it can't nurture and grow its economic base. Mayor Villaraigosa and I are taking this critical message to our communities and city leaders to retain their support for funding the department adequately so we can maintain the sworn and civilian strength of the LAPD. This month we celebrate 125 years of African Americans in the Los Angeles Police Department. From the first African American police officer in 1886, Robert W. Stewart, to the first African American LAPD officer killed in the line of duty in 1923, Charles P. Williams, the blood, sweat, and tears of African Americans are deeply embedded in the fabric of our organization. In 1992, Willie Williams became the first African American chief of police. Los Angeles City Council member Bernard C. Parks followed as the second African American chief of police in 1997. Today, African Americans are found throughout the department's ranks. From Assistant Chief Earl Pasinger to the newest recruits, African Americans are critically important members of the Los Angeles PD family. February is African American History Month, and what better time to recognize and celebrate the history, contributions, and accomplishments of African American LAPD officers. These officers will be prominently featured and honored on our department website, LAPD Online, throughout the month. You know, during my monthly messages, I like to highlight good police work. That's why we're all here. That's why I became a cop, and I know that's why you became a cop. On Sunday night, January 2nd this year, Southeast Area Patrol officers responded to a home invasion robbery call that involved 2 armed suspects inside the location. Victims were gagged, bound, and some of them were being actively pistol whipped. The first responding sergeant at the scene directed a quick investigation, then formed a tactical plan to conduct a rescue. An officer-involved shooting occurred when one Southeast officer was met by a suspect armed with a fully loaded Tec-9 who was running out the side door. The suspect was later pronounced dead at a local hospital, and an entry team rescued the victims inside the location. They had in fact been pistol whipped, gagged, and bound. The officers also arrested the second suspect and recovered a secondary weapon. Situations like this remind us just how dramatic some of the decisions that we have to make in the field are. Officers on a daily basis have to make split-second decisions that affect the lives and safety of the people of Los Angeles. I'm extremely proud of the Southeast officers and their supervisor in this instance because they made a difficult choice. They put themselves in danger, but they did so in a smart way, in a way that was effective and a way that saved lives. As all of you are aware, the budget problems facing the city have not gone away. I am working closely with the mayor and the city administrative officer on our department budget. We are doing everything possible to protect the employees of this department. I remain adamant that we cannot suffer any additional losses such as furloughs or position eliminations. I will continue to work with staff to do everything within my power to prevent this from happening. I believe each and every one of you, sworn and civilian alike, are essential to the success of public safety in the city of Los Angeles. I'm always looking for ways to interact with you, because my job is to make you effective, and I can't possibly do that unless I talk to you and find out what issues are inhibiting you from doing your job. So in this continuing effort, what I'm going to do in the near future, actually starting today, is meet with you on a less formal basis. I'm going to go to the divisions, starting with Hollywood today, and make myself available in the coffee room for lieutenants and below that want to come in and talk to the chief. You can talk to me about whatever you want. I know many of the things that are on your mind, but I want to hear it from you. And I want you to hear my response to your questions. So when you hear I'm coming to your division, take advantage of the opportunity. Come down, sit down, have a cup of coffee with me. Let me know what you're thinking. And by the way, I'll pay.